not read like a roadmap that gets us to where we need to be as a community. Frankly, I want us to stop letting big community-wide opportunities for change pass us by. And while this resolution is non-binding and in some ways its result is only symbolic, one of the key pieces that Councilmember Lupien just wrote about, one of the key, or several of the key pieces, only came back to us with any level of response from administration about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes ago. And although I respect your Councilmember Lupien's amendment, a lot of that was about the process in terms of open meetings law and a lot of things that Tom referenced. So although I ultimately did not vote for Councilmember Lupien's amendment, I am in fact going to vote no on this plan.
The word transform and replacing it with end. Thank you.
Thank you. There are additional comments on the item. Councilmember Gruber. I'm sorry, Councilmember Melendez.
That's okay. Thanks, Madam President. I just want to say that, you know, this was a very extensive and exhaustive process. I know that we have some work ahead of us still. You know, not everything that's made it into the final plan is everything everyone desired. But I do think that moving this plan forward will give us a great starting place. We have some deadlines that are in there. I think Council did a great job of bringing some recommendations back into the document that was eliminated before. And we were able to bring some of, not all of, but some of the Race Commission recommendations into the document as well. I'm going to be voting in support of this. I wouldn't call this an A+ plan, but I certainly feel that this will be a plan that will help us move forward and identify additional recommendations in the future that we can potentially modify the plan or add to the plan. So with that, I'll cede the floor.
Councilmember Gruber.
Thanks, President Scott. This plan was an opportunity to reimagine public safety and rethink our approach to policing in the city of Rochester. That's literally what the executive order was called. We've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and hundreds, if not thousands of hours of community members' time. And I want to thank everyone who stepped forward and shared their vision, and I want to respect their efforts, including some incredible work by council staff, incredible work by staff members in the administration as well. This plan, I think anyone who reads this plan would recognize that it does not read like a roadmap that gets us to where we need to be as a community. Frankly, I want us to stop letting big community-wide opportunities for change pass us by. And while this resolution is non-binding and in some ways its result is only symbolic, one of the key pieces that Councilmember Lupien just wrote about, one of the key, or several of the key pieces, only came back to us with any level of response from administration about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes ago. And although I respect your Councilmember Lupien's amendment, a lot of that was about the process in terms of open meetings law and a lot of things that Tom referenced. So although I ultimately did not vote for Councilmember Lupien's amendment, I am in fact going to vote no on this plan. It's for reasons of both process and substance that I cannot support it in its current form. Thankfully, most importantly, we have another opportunity to go further. When the administration presents the 2022 budget, I would ask them to go beyond the targets set in this plan for right-sizing our police department's budget and personnel, and I'd ask them to ensure that every mechanism for police accountability is fully supported. I'm voting no, but also want to highlight what a lot of my colleagues stated before. Appreciate people's work on this, recognize that it came a long way from where it started, and know that we have an opportunity to really get this thing right in less than 2 months when we see the budget. Thank you.
Madam President?
Councilmember Evans.
Yeah, Madam President, I want to echo your comments that you made earlier about council being told that we had the opportunity to amend the plan as we see fit, which we did over a long period of hours. And when I ended our last session, I counted 8 votes in favor of this plan. And then all of a sudden, at the last minute, we saw that there were changes that were made. be they minor or not minor, are immaterial. In partnerships, you have to work together, talk together, and then we can't look to hash things out a couple of minutes before the meeting. So for me, I find that unacceptable. I'm not happy about it, especially after all the hours council members spent looking over this plan, particularly last Monday night when by my count, we were in session for over 5 hours. So I have a problem with that. That's not the way I want things to go going forward. We have a lot of other things that we have to work on. And if we agree to something, I want to make sure that we agree to it. And if not, let's have the conversation prior to a meeting that's taking place in less than 24 hours. So for that reason, I'm voting no on this.
Additional comments? If there are no further comments, I would call for the vote. We'll do a roll call vote, please. All in favor?
Councilmember Evans?
No.
Councilmember Gruber?
No.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Councilmember Lupian?
No.
Councilmember Melendez?
Yes.
Councilmember Patterson?
Yes.
Vice President Lightfoot?
Yes, ma'am.
President Scott?
Yes.
So the vote is 5-3 on the affirmative side. The Deputy City Clerk will enter the affirmative vote of 5-3 into the record.
That concludes the business for today. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here and for the efforts of all involved. A lot went into this, and I know we've got a lot riding on it. So again, thank you.